This video was sponsored by Squarespace. It's the 4th episode of potting my way through the Great Canadian Throwdown. Last week I made the coziest table lamp. So let's get into this week's challenge.
This week's challenge is having you create dinnerware for a 9-course tasting menu.
Plates and bowls seem like the simplest of forms to make, but they can be a challenge to make well.
This episode inspired me to try out a couple new tableware designs that I've been sketching. So make sure you let me know in the comments which one you like best, and maybe I'll include it in the next pottery drop. These bubble rim cups, you've probably been seeing them on the internet. I mean, if you're living in the same pottery world as I am, they're very trendy right now. And I haven't tried making one yet, but I'm really curious. I think I took too much clay because I really don't know how much to take. But I just wanted to make sure that I had enough for a big old bubble. Wasn't hard. I thought it was gonna be harder than it was. I can make it a little more round with trimming maybe, but it's not so bad. I'm just like kind of confused about the size because I don't know how big a small plate is supposed to be. This is about 15 centimeters wide and it feels right. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, number 4. This is going to be a fun one because we're gonna do some narikomi. I love how narikomi looks, but it's just like a little labor intensive for me, so I don't do it so often. I should really do it more though, it's so cool. I'm going to try something that I haven't tried before, but I believe in theory it should work. I'm going to make a narikomi slab, make it into a plate on the wheel, and then it's gonna get all blurry on the wheel, but then I think I can trim it back to reveal that narikomi again, so I'll have to throw it rather thick. But first I have to make the narikomi. And how do I do this again? So I've got some white and I've got some reclaim that's like more tan. I think they will look really nice together because I've done that before and it looks really nice. This is not going to be a narikomi tutorial. I do have a whole, like a proper narikomi tutorial already. So if you want to know the process, watch that. Doesn't look like much now, but I promise you it's gonna look more dramatic after it's fired. one's gonna get a lot of alterations, so it's looking a little plain right now, but it's gonna be cool. Something that I'm doing right now is I'm leaving like this little bump in the middle when I'm doing the most of the throwing, and then I'll flatten it out later on, because what I've noticed is like for whatever reason I'm getting like this little dip in the middle, and it's really annoying to have to fill it. I'm just gonna flatten it out now with my rib, and then that will remove the extra clay, and hopefully that will be nice and compacted, because I'm worried that when I have to fill it later I might get a crack there because it might be too wet. But I struggle with that, with like the just dead center. This may be the biggest plate I've ever made. I've never really made dinner plates, which is kind of crazy. Okay, this is the one that I'm most scared of because it's a big bowl, and this is the most clay that I'm using on this project. I want it to be a bowl, but I don't want it to be too vertical, but I also don't want it to be falling over. I think it's fine. I'm really happy with how these turned out. Throwing went really smoothly, which is surprising because normally I find plates to be quite hard. So I don't know, maybe it was just a good day and everything's gonna fall apart tomorrow, but yeah, I'm happy. So let's take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you've never heard about Squarespace before, they are a website that you can go to create your very own professional looking website. I've personally been using Squarespace pretty much ever since I started my online business, and I'm still using them for my website today. There are a few things that I love about Squarespace, one of which is their online store, where you can sell services, physical or digital products, just like I do with my printable pottery templates. 2, I love their blog feature, where you can create really nice looking blogs really easily that feature text, photos, or even video. I personally use the blog feature to host all of my video tutorials. And 3, did you know that they also have an in-person POS system that's a point of sale system? So you're not limited to selling just online, but you can also sell out in the real world, like at a market or in your own shop. So head to squarespace.com right now for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/potterytothepeople for 10% off your very first website or domain. Now let's get back to our plates. Please, please, please. Yes. Wasn't the plan, but I really like this texture along the edge here, so I'm gonna keep it. There's grog in here, right? So it's making a bit of texture as I trim. And instead of smoothing it out, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna nix the other idea that I had, and I think we'll just embrace this texture. I think it's nice, contrasting with the smoothness. Everything is going so smoothly that I'm starting to get suspicious. It's been a long time since everything has proceeded according to plan. Skeptical. cute. Ooh, okay. Nice. Wow. Isn't it amazing when things like actually go to plan? I feel like it's been a really long time that I've made something and like from start to finish, it's actually like things have been easy, it's been very straightforward, and it turned out how I wanted it to look. This never happens in ceramics, but I'm freaking delighted that has happened today. I love all of these pieces. Like some of them are very simple. I wanted to keep some of them very simple because then we have the wackadoos as well. And friggin' love my Narikomi. How cute is he? And then I used the grayish kind of tannish clay in some of the plates as well. So it sort of like ties it all together. I wanted each one to be like a little bit weird with a few neutrals thrown in, and them mostly I wanted them to look like a set, look all together, look like they're part of the same family. I'm really pleased. I think that I achieved that. Really like this one. It's very simple, but it's very cool. I think this one might be my favorite. He's a little silly. It's kind of like the perfect shape. Could eat my spaghetti out of this. And he's got this perfect little drip here, I love. I'm very pleased. Let me know which one is your favorite because I don't know if it's spring or what's going on, but I'm like really excited lately about producing ceramics to sell again. Like I haven't really done that in a while. This whole YouTube thing has kind of taken over. I've gone into like more and more crazy projects that aren't really wares that you can sell. And I don't know, this kind of got me excited. Making plates is really fun. Making things that you can use to me is like, that's the coolest thing that you can make. Pieces of art that just live in the world around you that you can interact with on a daily basis. So if you like any of these designs in particular, or if you like all of them, let me know like if you would actually, don't let me know if you just like it. Let me know if you would you're actually thinking that you might throw down some money and welcome these pieces into your home, because that would be really, really helpful for me to know before I make a bunch of pots and then they just sit on my shelves. This is also so cool. I love the foot on this one as well. I also match my pots today. This is not intentional, but I'm happy about it. All right, guys, next week, what is next week? Ooh, next week is fountain. So I'm getting started with that project right now. We've got 2 more throwdown episodes to go through, so excited. See you then.